second. So let's talk healing. There's no set guidebook. I can only ever advise certain practices, like, hey, this worked for me, here you go, maybe you should try. I find a lot that, like, when people get into spirituality, or just not even just spirituality, just going on that self-love journey, they follow what one person did step by step, and then are upset when they don't get the results they want. Healing never stops, especially when you start. You can always get better, but I feel like if you're really dedicated to it, it never really stops. Like, there's always going to be something you're trying to mend within yourself. That's okay. That is fine. Like, you need to be okay with being a little bit broken. You know what I mean? You need to be okay with, I need fixing, and this is how I'm doing it. Be comfortable with acknowledging that you need healing and that you need to change. So yeah, I wrote some things down, and I feel like the reason I can even get on here and talk about it is really because I'm in a good space to share. I want to say about a year ago, if I was to stand in front of myself, I wouldn't know who that person is. Like, as honest as I can be, like, I think different, I look different, I walk different, I talk different. So I am here to share some of the things that have helped me along my self journey, and maybe they'll help you. A lot of these are common practices, but by all means, there's no set way, there's no one step, there's no, oh, you got to do it in this order for it to happen this certain way. No, it's you see more results in, that's what you need to be doing. So with that being said, your healing process / your self-love journey, because that's really what healing does, it depends. You know what I mean? There's no set guidebook that's gonna tell you this is what you need to do to achieve self-love, or this is what you need to do to achieve healing. Healing and self-love, they're all expansive. They really depend on you. It's all about your individuality and what you have gone through and how it affects you and how you can work through it. It really depends on you. A year ago, I remember being very low. I remember crying to God, and usually I really wasn't one of those people that would like pray, and I would pray sometimes, but most of the time was like when I needed something, unfortunately. I remember just praying to God, like, just take this pain away. I swear, like, I'll do whatever I need to do. Like, I just don't want to ever feel like this again. It was like a really, like, bawling my eyes out, fetal position on the ground, begging and pleading for some type of change within myself, because it was like, at some point, it was like I had to acknowledge that I was the reason I was hurting so hard. I needed different. I wanted different. So I decided right then and there, like, that's really where it started for me. Like, you can go through a healing and self-love journey without having to do it through spirituality. You know what I mean? It's literally just common practices that are healthy for you. And let's talk about this healing. Like, I'm listing these things, but there's no, like, being self-aware, acknowledging that you need healing, acknowledging that you have flaws, and acknowledging that you have your issues and things that affect the way you do things is very important. Get to know yourself, honestly. Like, get to know yourself, know your strengths and your weaknesses, know your tics, and know things that make you happy. Really, you'll know where your problems lie. You'll know where your anger is. And it may be harder to uncover more so than others, and there's going to be methods where you can really get into the deeper stuff, but from the surface you'll be able to tell why you act the way you do. Picking things apart. Start to date yourself. And I know that may sound weird, but really start to date yourself. The same energy you put into getting to know your partner, or building a certain relationship, you want to start doing that with yourself. I started dating myself was really like asking myself questions, and most of the time I would write the answer down. Like, same questions I would ask a guy, like, what's your favorite color, or why, or stuff like that. Like, those type of questions, start to ask yourself. Start to get to know yourself. Like, you don't want someone to ever know more about you than you know yourself. I know a lot of people say that, like, oh, I know you better than you know yourself. No, you don't want anyone to ever be able to say that and really mean it. You want to be fully able to hone in on who you are and start schooling yourself. Like, that really I'm telling you guys, like, yes, be responsible, don't be like overindulging, but definitely start spoiling yourself. If you want something, go get it. Also start parenting yourself to really be self-aware of yourself. But that's another. So say I get angry at something, I gotta ask myself, why did I get angry? And what is that connected to? Like, ask yourself these questions. Like when you're trying to calm yourself down, why did I get mad? Because X, Y, and Z. And why did X, Y, and Z make me mad? Because it reminded me of this. And what about that instance, like whatever it reminded me of, what about that instance do I hold on to, and why does that make me so angry? And then from there, like little do you know, you just uncovered a trigger. It really is that simple. You just have to have the intention of doing it. Small changes in how you approach your anger or how you approach looking at your situation will really help you become self-aware. Change your mindset. What is your mindset like? What are your beliefs like? What are your morals like? How do you think about yourself? How do you think about the world? What type of thoughts are you entertaining? That's how I want to say it. What type of thoughts are you entertaining? The positive ones? Are you letting the negative ones make you navigate life a certain way? Be sure and be mindful of how you think about not only yourself but the world. You know what it's like to feel like your life just is trash. It feels like to feel like you just aren't that special. Leave that, and I like to group that all in like lack mindset. Like, where did these type of thoughts come from? These thoughts didn't come from yourself. I hate to say it, it came from someone saying it to you. It came from the people you were around. I can honestly say I can't think this way. I can't do this because these people, my people, are going to judge me. You know what I mean? So you got to get out of that mindset. You have to be able to be in tune with yourself and fully choosing you and what speaks to you, because your thought process really is what's going to change how you feel about yourself. And what is your purpose for self-love, and why you want to do what you want to do? Like, are you just fed up with yourself? Is it time for a change, or is it time for an upgrade in your life? Like, you really got to understand why it is you do what you do. I find your purpose. What is going to fuel your fire into going into this journey? Because you can't quit on yourself. You just need that reason why. And that's what anything you do, like, why are you doing it, and what is going to be your fire? What is your motivation for doing this? My motivation was just getting out those same cycles I kept being in, tired of however my life was about to look. I wanted a change, and I knew I could have it. I asked myself, if I was a parent, if I was a mother, and I had a daughter looking up to me, am I proud of who I am? And the answer immediately was no. And from there, I was like, I'm always going to be someone. And I have like a little sister that I hold dearly to myself. So it was just like, when my little sister looking up to me, is she proud of who I am? And it's not necessarily like, don't put that pressure on you, of course, but whatever is going to keep you going and keep you motivated to do what you need to do, find that and hold on to that. Am I setting the example for how you're supposed to conduct yourself as a woman, showing that you need to work hard but also take care of yourself? Just who was I and who was I presenting myself? And that was my reason why. So you need to find your reason why. Adopt healthy habits. And there's so many healthy habits out there, like yoga, meditation. Like I said, like a lot of people hear those type of things and be like, oh no, I'm not spiritual, I don't need to do those type of things. Everyone should be exercising. Everyone should be doing yoga. Like, it's something for your body. Like, it's all like, when I do it, yes, it is a more spiritual practice, but it can be a practical practice. If you do want to take out the spiritual aspect of things, by all means, do what's going to work for you, whatever makes it realistic for you and more appealing to you. It's individuality. I'm always going to emphasize that. Take what works for you and leave what doesn't. No, get your own, like yoga, meditation, exercise, eating healthy. I'm not saying go vegan, but be cautious of what you're putting in your body. You know, being vegetarian sometimes, like doing these type of diets for weeks at a time keeps my vessel and my channels open. It's knowing that it's going to keep me like good. Like that's all I can say. So this is going to sound so shallow, but especially with your self-love journey, oh my gosh, start putting effort into your looks. I want you to start looking your baddest every day. And with me, like, it just started with putting on mascara sometimes, putting on some jeans, you know, jeans and a nice shirt, something small, but put effort into your looks. Don't always go out looking bummy. Don't, or even if you want to look bummy, you know, throw some lashes on. Dress it up. Always dress it up, because when you look good, you feel better. Like, I can't make that up. you'll really start to see a difference in how you present yourself. Like, to keep yourself up, it becomes routine, and it becomes so natural for you to just be who you are. You know what I mean? It tells you, and what it tells others is, you keep up on yourself. You're someone who has it together. When you look together, you have it together. That it you know what I mean? It goes together. How is journaling? Journaling is so important. Get those thoughts out. There's a lot. Like, I know everyone has friends and event, but no, you want somewhere where it's only you and your thoughts, the things that you don't feel comfortable sharing. Be able to write them down. Now, when I do journaling, I like to do something called shadow work. I will talk about that later. But there's also a time where sometimes I don't want to shadow work. I just want to get whatever is on my chest out. And that is perfect for anyone that does out. Like, it doesn't even matter if it's like, I ate toast today and it was good. Start writing every day. Like, literally every day. Start writing. And you choose your designated time, your designated area where you're going to just give yourself that hone in. Start dedicating things to yourself and to your sanity. So your faults and your flaws. Being able to accept them. Now, accepting them doesn't mean just letting them be like, that is who I am and yada yada yada. No, accepting them is like, I understand that I am this way, but that doesn't define me. You know what I mean? That's kind of acceptance. Like, yeah, I have these problems, but I'm working through them. That's acceptance. You're not guilting yourself. You're not shaming yourself. You accept it for what it is, and you're moving forward. And that's really important. So to develop and really see a change in yourself, it's so easy to look back and be like, I can't believe I was dealing with that stuff, or you don't want to talk bad or down on yourself once you see progress in your journey. Definitely accept yourself for who you were before, your past self, your future self, your present self, to be the best friend you've probably never had. Okay, so the last thing you want to do, like, yes, be harsh on yourself, be disciplined, but don't beat yourself up. Definitely do not allow your past to keep defining you. That's the easiest way I can say it. Like, when have done that I'm not proud of, but I don't sit around dwelling in that, and I don't down myself for finally being in the place that I am now. Be accountable for yourself. That is very important. Like, there's no other way to explain it other than just be accountable for yourself, your actions, how you're projecting yourself, how you are conducting yourself as a person. Hold yourself accountable, hold yourself to high standards. For me, being accountable was really understanding that it's my job to get me where I need to go. It's my job to really make a change for myself. That's okay. Just be accountable for yourself. Like, you will really see a difference. Like, when you make a mistake, instead of like making excuses and stuff like that, it's all right, I made a mistake. Like, you gotta say this, you gotta be a willing learner. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to take your mistakes and your lessons and be able to apply them and make it better for your growth. Next one I have is confidence, and that kind of goes with when I was saying put effort into your looks. That's the first step, but also another thing is you'll start to gain confidence when you start accepting yourself for who you are and being comfortable with who you are. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you're becoming who you're becoming, but like me right now, I'm good with that. You gotta have that. I won't be in the same spot from now to whenever, but you know, I'm good with where I'm at because I know I'm working towards something. Having that confidence that, yeah, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm gonna get there. It's gonna really help you. I keep chef kissing to a lot of these things because it really matters. Like, you do this, you do it how you need to do it, it's gonna happen. I want to talk about is affirmations. These are the things that are going to help you change that mindset. Affirmations are just speaking good into you. Like, an affirmation could be, I am successful, I am happy, I am worthy of X, Y, and Z, I am love, and I am loving. And those type of sayings, anything that's feeding positivity into yourself, affirmations in this sense is for them to be positive. You know what I mean? Favorite one for the beginning of my process, I want to say it was my transformation is boundless. So it was just like, there is no limits on me. Like, I can expand as much as I want. I can do as much as I want and as little as I want. Like, there was no, I took myself out the box is what I can say. And that's how it worked for me. Now, to hop into the spirituality aspect of a self-love journey, bruh. For the sake of this video, so easy to, when you start getting into spirituality, to just be all about this, especially when you start realizing things and, you know, what have you. I don't want to dive right into it in this video, but for a touch and base type of situation, it's so easy to forget about the real world. Have a balance from jump, because the last thing you want to do is dive all the way in and have to dig yourself right back out, because the spiritual world can be difficult, is the easy way to say it. Off rip, having that balance and understanding that, yeah, I'm working on myself, yeah, I'm getting closer to God and all that jazz, but I'm also doing what I need to do when it comes to my real world stuff. Shadow work. So shadow work is literally, you take some type of prompt that, you know, gets the muscles going in your brain and really makes you think about certain things. You just write whatever comes out and you'll be surprised. That I had this one where it was like, I'm trying to think, it was aimed towards a conversation between me and my inner child, and it was crazy that I was even able to, like, you could even, if I can find the book that I wrote it in, you could see the difference in my handwriting, like when it was the adult Quay talking and when the little Quay was talking. Like it just was so crazy to me that you could even see the difference in the handwriting. I have a lot of journals, okay? I have 2 different ones though, for like one for my actual shadow work, and then I have one where I'm just saying like whatever. Like there's days where I just talk about, oh, I did X, Y, and Z today, how did it make me feel, something regular like that, instead of more in-depth things. Shadow work is really where my deep healing came from. Like that's really where I was able to get to the nitty-gritty and help with my self-awareness, because these certain questions, and honestly you just look them up online, look up YouTube videos about them. A lot of people have like really good prompts. Eventually I will be sharing a lot of the prompts that I have used, because I still have them on my laptop. But like I said, I'm just here to get you started, you know what I mean, give you an idea of what you want to do when you start this. Spiritually, the easiest thing to do is start talking to God, start praying, and don't pray for stuff, just build that connection with God himself or your spiritual team, you know, your ancestors, your guides, your angels, whatever have you, whatever you believe. Start talking to them, start building that relationship. Really talk to them like you're trying to get to know them. They're about to be your best friends. You know, so much that goes into that, like to them, and pray, like, and don't just pray for material things or nothing like that. Pray for healing, pray for strength, pray for wisdom, pray for clarity, like pray for what you need. Honestly, just be like, God, please, man, you know what I mean? For me, it's G-man. Give me whatever you think I need to get to my next step. Let me know what I'm missing, what am I not understanding. Just have those conversations. Praying doesn't have to be like, oh God, please, da 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 da. No, it can really just be, hey God, what's up? And like the same way you're kind of journaling, have that conversation with them too. Just be your authentic self. Be who you are when you're in the room by yourself. Who are you when you're in the mirror? Who are you when you're laying down chilling with a face mask on? That's the person you need to be. Most of the time, like, we're weird and goofy and all that. You need to be that person all the time. Step into who you are and always emphasize that you are your own person. You know what I mean? Don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself to, I have to be this way with these people, I have to be that way with these people. Just be yourself all the way around. And that helps build the confidence and being comfortable. You know, it's gonna be uncomfortable, especially in the beginning when you're starting to adopt these things. You may feel funny, like you really have to start getting uncomfortable to end up comfortable, if that makes sense. Definitely start getting uncomfortable and being proud of what you're doing for yourself. I want you to adopt at least one of these things that I mentioned, and I want you to come back and comment how it has been helping you. I want you to try for at least a week. Try it for a week, see how it goes. Come back and comment down below. You give yourself the chance and the opportunity to really start to love yourself, because it really all starts with you. If you want a loving relationship with other people, it starts with you. If you want a loving life where you're happy and whole, it starts with loving yourself. So it's super important, and anyone can do the necessary healing to get you where you need to go, because a healthy and happy you is good for everyone. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, subscribe, of course. Like, there's really be so beneficial for us to become fam. Like, I'm just saying, get with me now. Comment down below. Like I said, try one of these things, even if it's just one. Try one of these practices for a week and see the difference in yourself. And I really feel like the easiest thing is to dress up all week. I'm telling you right now, dress up all week and take some pics. Take some pictures. Like, taking pictures has really helped me. Like, I used to be one of those people, like, I deleted my Instagram because I really didn't like taking pictures that much. Now I'm in the middle of a crowded place taking pictures. Like, it's time for a photo shoot. Y'all need to see me, okay? So start doing that, okay? And do this for a week and come back and see the difference. Like, imagine when you really start applying these things to your life, how much it will change. I'm telling you, the week that I'm assigning you, you're gonna see so much growth within yourself. Like, it's gonna feel crazy. You're gonna be like, this is what happened for a week with me. You know what I mean? And you're gonna be looking like, I can keep doing this type of stuff. With that little bit of encouragement, bye babes, bye boos.